What's good with y'all boys? Welcome back to another episode of Rand Everything Sports Podcast. Today I'm here to give my Chiefs versus Ravens prediction, man. Big game, huge game, a lot of talent, a lot of hate towards the Chiefs, and a lot of love towards the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, and rightfully so. I love Mahomes, I love Lamar. I cannot root against either of these two guys, so it's going to be a great game Sunday. But I'm going to give my preview and my prediction of the game and how I think it's going to go. Ravens are currently 3.5 or 4-point favorites now. They're playing at 2 o'clock. It's going to be sunny at M&T Bank Stadium. So I think it's going to be a great game. The over-under is currently 44.5. I think that is a spectacular line. It's going to be close to maybe hitting the over-under. That's a great line. But in this video, I'm here to just break down the Ravens side of things and their 3 keys to victory, the Chiefs side of things and their 3 keys to victory, how I think the game's going to go, and then also my score prediction at the end, the thing that really matters. So like I said, the Chiefs are +4 in this game. Kind of surprised at that line. I was thinking more 1.5 to 2.5 max. But 4 points, man, that really is just showing what they think the Ravens are going to do in this game. But hey, listen, they've been playing the best football. They've been by far the best team on paper, and they've been performing the best. They've knocked off really, really good teams. They killed the Lions. They killed the 49ers. They killed the Dolphins. They beat the Rams in overtime. They killed the Texans the first time they played them, and then in the playoffs the second time, they beat the Browns. And, they're beating really, really good playoff teams. Now, for the Ravens side of things, man, they're 13-4, but really 13-3. They lost to Pittsburgh their last game, but who really cares about that? But Lamar, man, I think the biggest difference is Lamar Jackson and the way he's playing. Todd Monken has really brought out the best in this young man. Earlier in the season, we didn't really see how great he was playing, but his ability to really pass the ball from the pocket now is exceptional. He's pretty accurate. He just flicks the ball. It's like he's throwing darts. It's like he's just lobbing the ball. But he has some zip on it as well. He's a very good pocket passer, but what really separates him is his ability to run. Beforehand, you would almost try to convince him to throw and persuade him to throw. Now, he can beat you both ways just as good as he could on the ground. He can do it through the air now. But, listen, they have the number 2 ranked offense and they have the number 1 ranked scoring defense. This team has no weaknesses. They have no real weaknesses. They just don't. Lamar Jackson is about to win his 2nd MVP. He finally got over the hump and brought his team to the AFC Championship game, a.k.a. the Arrowhead Invitational. It's not being played in Arrowhead this year, but Mahomes has been here 6 years. We know what he does. But listen, they led in the fourth quarter of each of their losses to the Colts. Pretty bad loss. The Pittsburgh Steelers, not a great loss. And then the Cleveland Browns. So listen, this team's they're not going to get blown out, but they can absolutely blow you out, man. What I think the keys to victory are for the Ravens is fast start. They have to get up. They have to get up early. If they don't get up early, the crowd's going to start thinking. Lamar is probably going to be in his head a little bit, even though I don't think he's that type of guy. But it can easily get to that, man. They have to start fast. They have to play from ahead because they're not good at playing from behind. Lamar and Jim Harbaugh has never been good from playing from behind. When Lamar is in obvious passing situations, he's not that good. It's really hard for any quarterback to be in obvious passing situations, So they need to start fast. That's the first key for me. The second key is limit turnovers, man. If you don't turn the ball over, which they don't turn the ball over all that much, and their defense is top 5 in forced turnovers. So they always win the turnover battle. They just do. And if they continue to do that, it's going to be huge for them Sunday. The third key for me is just do what you've been doing, honestly. You've been playing exceptional. The Ravens have been playing exceptional. They have no doubt been the best team. For damn near the whole season, especially the last half of the season. If you just do what you've been doing, I don't see this team losing. I really don't. But the playoffs are a different beast. The atmosphere is just different. So we'll see. But those are my biggest keys from the Ravens and what they've been doing all year. For the Chiefs side of things, they're 11-6. 6 games. They lost 6 games, man. That's surprising. And all year we've heard about, wow, the Chiefs don't look the same. Their offense is sputtering. This and that, Mahomes, what's going on? But at the end of the day, if you have Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Andy Reid, it's hard to be beaten. My bad. But this is hard to be beaten, man. They're playing their best ball. Now, granted, Miami was banged up. And all I heard was, the weather. Oh, my gosh. Listen, the Chiefs played in that same weather. Then they went to Buffalo and beat the Bills. Listen, and there's more excuses about injuries. Listen, I'm tired of hearing the injuries. I'm tired of hearing the injuries and the excuses and why the Chiefs are winning. Shut up. They've been doing it for the past 5 to 6 years. Shut the hell up. Oh my gosh. Listen, this Chiefs hate and Patrick Mahomes hate is ridiculous, man. Like they don't like the Chiefs and Mahomes because of things not related to football. And it just gets on my nerves, man. I just don't understand how this team is underdogs by 4 points. That blows my mind. But listen, Mahomes, he's freaking different. He's just different, man. Some of these stats. Mahomes' postseason stat line versus their last 10 QBs to win the MVP award, and just their regular stat line. His postseason stat line: he's 13-3, 4,500 yards, 67 completion percentage, 38 touchdowns, and 443 yards on the ground. The MVPs of the last 10 years, same exact record, 13-3. Mahomes has 231 more passing yards. Mahomes and them have the same completion percentage at 67. Lamar has only 2 less touchdowns, and he has almost 200 more rushing yards. He has about 170. Listen, he's different. In the playoffs, I mean, this man is different, bro. He is just so different. When trailing by 7 or more points in a playoff game, he wins 80% of those games. Brady, 147. Listen, it's crazy. He's crazy. It's crazy. It's hard for me to give any team 4 points against the Chiefs. That's crazy. Like, that's insane. He's only lost 1 game outside of Tom Brady. And he's only lost 1 game outside the Super Bowl in regulation against Joe Burrow in overtime. Listen, I'm not giving any team 4 points against the Chiefs. Are you crazy? And you're giving me points for the Chiefs? I'm taking that. I'm taking it all day. But listen, Rashee Rice has come along. They didn't really have any drops last week. They had 1 drop, actually, but the drops haven't really been a huge problem for them in the playoffs. I mean, Travis Kelce had a few drops in the first playoff game, but listen, if Travis Kelce is the problem, you got some damn good problems. That's what I'm saying. So listen, this is the best defense of the Mahomes era. Check out some of these stats. Mahomes and this defense in their later couple games, right? Then the last games, Chiefs points allowed in the second half. Week 14 versus Bills, 6. Week 15 at Patriots, 7. Week 16 versus Raiders, 3. Week 17 versus Bengals, 0. Week 18 at Chargers, 6. The wild card round versus the Dolphins, 0. And last week versus the Bills, at the Bills, 7. I mean, listen, this is the best defense of the Mahomes era. The keys for them is to start fast. If this team gets up early, 7 points, maybe even double figures to 2 scores, they're looking really good. It's hard for Lamar Jackson to play from behind. It's hard for this team to play really well from behind and well at all when they're trailing because the run game is essentially wiped out of it. And when you're put in obvious passing situations, especially for a guy who's not a great passer, yes, he's come a long way, and he's really, really good now. He's still not great, and it's still damn hard to be in obvious passing situations and not give away things and not make mistakes. Second tip, make Lamar uncomfortable / rattle him. Listen, get an early turnover, sack him, frustrate him. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He does. For better or for worse, he wears his heart on his sleeve. They need to get to him early, force him into some mistakes, some 3 and outs, get him frustrated, sack him a couple times. Just get him off rhythm and see where that goes. That's huge for them as well. The third key for me, get ahead of the sticks. Get ahead of the sticks and put him in 3rd and longs, man. Same thing. When I go back to obvious passing situations, put Lamar Jackson and the Ravens in obvious passing situations. And listen, make Lamar be a passer. Make him beat you with his arm. If Lamar Jackson beats you with his arm, so be it. He's unguardable at that point. If he can sit back there, dink and nuck, and hit guys and without making mistakes, more power to him. Listen, I love where this game's going, man. My game, the way I think it's going to go, I think the Ravens get up early. I think they force Mahomes and them to play from behind the whole game. And I eventually have Justin Tucker walking it off. 25-22. Gave me the points with the Chiefs, but I do have the Ravens winning 25-22. It's really hard for me to bet against Mahomes and Andy Reid. It is. But when they're playing a team this stacked, playing this well, with the MVP on a different level right now, at home, I don't see the Ravens winning this game. But if they do, if Mahomes does pull this off, I don't know what to say, man. It's crazy. But I have Baltimore winning 25-22, man. I appreciate y'all watching, bro. I'm going to give a post-game reaction to both these games. Probably tomorrow night, maybe Monday morning. For sure at some point. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for any other content. Subscribe down there. It's one button, completely free. Man, I appreciate y'all watching. And as always, tune in next time.